My friend Felicia does not get my job. The other day she tells me, being an interior decorator must be so fun. You spend other people's money just to make what you want. I'm like, sure? It's not easy making dreams come true, girl. So this video is to help Felicia and anyone else out there learn what it takes to get in on the interior decorator game. As a decorator, a passion for a design is a must, but it really comes down to the people you're designing for. In a way, you're more like a therapist. You listen to their needs and ideas and then gently guide them to a solution. Example, I'm on a gig. Bedroom remodel for Bob and Eliza, BT dubs. Great couple, super healthy relationship. Anyway, I'm doing my thing, asking my questions. What's your favorite decor? Inspirations, colors, just gobbling it all up. Yum, yum, yum. So they have a toddler, Iggy, cute as a button. And Eliza has this grandmaster design idea of joining their room with a nursery by way of a fabulous, her words, not mine, new walk-in closet. Okay, fun, kinda dig it, but a little helicopter parody, don't you think? What happens when tiny toddler Iggy turns into hormonal teenager Iggy? Teenagers are an emotional roller coaster. You're not gonna want that walking through your bedroom? Anyway, stuff like that happens all the time. Not to mention the designs clients have done themselves that I'm there to fix. Bedrooms full of bunk beds, pools in the kitchen, countless spaces of people not thinking beyond the function. But that's where I come in. After I got the deets on what the client wants, it's just me and the space. A moment to take it all in and feel what it gives back. And then I get to work. Of course, I want to make the client happy, make their spaces better than their dreams. But to do that, sometimes I gotta go over budget. It may affect my reputation, but they'll probably thank me later. Besides, I've got a secret weapon. Once they see the magic I've made, they're not thinking about budget and the look on their faces and their eyes. You've changed their lives. It's personal. That moment, it reminds me of my parents. Hardworking people, just trying to make it work. And my mom, she was determined to make that little apartment her own. It had charm, love. It was our home. So when I see my clients, I really see someone trying to make their dreams come true. And no matter how ridiculous those dreams may be, I get to make them real. Maybe you can do that too.
Oh, I'm there. Just let me know when I'm supposed to start talking, guys. All right. Are we live? All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are so excited to show off our newest game pack, Dream Home Decorator, The Sims 4 Dream Home Decorator to you. So I'm going to be your host. I am Sim Guru Jill, but I've got a couple of really cool co-hosts on the horn as well. So on the call today, I've got my my production partner, PJ, on the call, and he's going to be kind of my co-host. And from the design team today, we've got Sim Guru Eric. Is that your actual name? Sim Guru Eric, who is our lead designer. We've got Joel, was also on the design team. We've got Maura from the design team, and we've got Connor from the design team. So
and Lisa, Jill. Don't forget Lisa.
I'm sorry. Don't forget Lisa. Thank you, PJ. That's why you're here. And we've also got some really special guests from the art team. We have Steven, who is our art director, and we've got Beth, who is our lead on the modeling team. So they've got some really awesome behind-the-scenes stuff to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First, in case you haven't, well, you have seen the trailer. We just played it. But I want to give you a quick overview of what Dream Home Decorator is all about. So I'm just going to quick read my notes here. So with Dream Home Decorator, we want you to design versatile spaces with sleek modular furniture. This game pack is absolutely loaded with beautiful, sleek, modern furniture. I am reading. With beautiful, sleek, modern furniture, as well as introduces new modular furniture that's never been experienced in a Sims 4 game before. So as an interior designer, you will get to know your clients and understand what they want and recreate their desired space to their specifications and budget, and unveil the makeover for the ultimate surprise. So that's the big reveal at the end. So I'm just going to jump into it. I am so excited about this pack because even though it's the obvious, it's not just for builders. It's also a really good pack to expand on our gameplay a little bit and get a little bit more of that emotional connection with your NPCs. So on that note, you might have noticed, even though it's a building pack, we've started in Cass. I actually wanted to, we left you on a little bit of a cliffhanger. I wanted to show you something that we teased a little bit in our last Inside Maxis. So if you were to hover over here, yes, we have added likes and dislikes, not just for our clients, but we've also got some likes and dislikes for our upcoming free update. So these 3 up here are part of the free update. So you can choose your favorite color. So I'm going to go ahead and give Patina, of course, she likes orange. So one of her favorite colors is orange. Let's say she likes purple, of course, blue. You can see you can choose multiple in each of these. And I'm just going to go on a limb and assume she doesn't like gray. So, yep, you can choose likes and dislikes. Same thing here with music genre. So we've extended this to all of our music genres. It turns out we've got a lot from previous packs, so you can have a lot of fun with this here. So I'm going to say she likes hip-hop. Say she likes electronica. And let's say she doesn't like kids radio. It's okay. She really doesn't like it. And activities, PJ. What activities do you think Patina likes?
Oh, God, she seems like an artistic person, so something art related.
Go ahead and give her painting.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess she's handy.
I'd say she's definitely being a decorator.
I don't think she likes fishing, though. Do you? I don't know.
Probably not. She doesn't seem like the fishing type.
Yeah.
I call that an angler. Is that the right word?
Or cooking?
Or is that an actual fish? Yeah. Definitely doesn't like cooking. We'll get into that a little bit later. So we're going to show you a little bit of the gameplay results from having your likes and dislikes once we get into the live mode a little bit later. And this one down here, I want to draw attention. This is the only like and dislike that is actually exclusive to Dream Home Decorator. So the decor preferences are not going to be part of the free update. These will tie into your decorator gigs, as we'll show later. So I would also like to say this mid-century decor is the first time we've actually exposed this as a proper decor style. So I'm going to go ahead and say she likes that. Say she likes modern. And I'm just going to guess she doesn't like Gothic farmhouse. That seems a little dowdy. These animations, by the way, our animation team made them adorable. So, okay, cool. We've got her likes and dislikes. I'm going to draw your attention over here to little Pippa, her niece. So we didn't forget the kiddos. They don't have the Dream Home Decorator decor likes and dislikes, but they have all the base game likes and dislikes. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Pippa likes blue, yellow, and as far as music, I'd say let's stir it up a little bit. I said that Patina did not like kids radio. Let's go ahead and make Pippa like.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, and she's gotta like spooky music. And activities, I think she's a kid. She's gotta like video gaming. What else is she doing here? Maybe she doesn't like fishing. What else do you think, PJ? What should we give her?
Maybe she doesn't like fitness, but she does like, piano.
Nice. All right, likes piano and fitness. And I also want to draw your attention up here. So you can see I've used up 9 out of her 20 likes and dislikes. So you can actually fill this out to your heart's content on however many you want. If you want to do all the hobbies and skills of the 20, go for it. If you want to do all the colors of the 20, if you want to evenly disperse them, that's fine. But one pro tip I will give you, and you'll find out a little bit later, I wouldn't completely bust your budget in CAS because if you save a few slots, there's a way to acquire and discover some more through gameplay. So that's kind of a fun little added bonus. So, all right, well, there's likes and dislikes. Now, I'm actually gonna turn the mic on over to our special guest, Stephen Edwards. And Stephen, do you want to just talk us through a little bit of the create a sim?
Thanks, Jill. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
So, for those unfamiliar with these shows, there's usually this narrative that plays out between the homeowner and the designer. So for CAS, I mean, that was our main goal. We had to capture those characters. And so we had to make sure we cover enough items to represent them. Much like the build, which you'll see later on, we wanted to take that everyday look. You know, it's almost like a soft reboot, but elevate it. Because, you know, if you've seen these shows, like I mentioned, they dress up a little bit for the cameras, and the main designers they run the gamut of flamboyant extrovert. They've got vivid patterns and colors. Then you might have a sort of more like a dedicated professional who's a little bit more sober, somber, and they kind of dress more in like a tonal quality. And everybody's seen the sort of more hands-on, where she or he is wearing like flannel shirt and jeans, covered in plaster and paint, that kind of deal. So yeah, it was pretty much something to reflect the build style in a way, and also capture all those kind of like key moments throughout these shows.
It's a good compliment too, because similar to the neutral tones you've taken with the build objects, a lot of these clothing colors kind of complement that as well. I've noticed. Yeah,
and that's the thing. You kind of want, it's great with our variants. You can go, hey, here's something fairly conservative, but in the same outfit, we can like layer in, bold colors and patterns. So, the key thing about this pack was about versatility, right? We can just supply a few key looks and go, oh, there's your half-hour gameplay, but to make sure this had a massive amount of longevity.
Oh, and I should put her on pants. I need to learn. I always go straight for the tops, and then they go pantsless for a little bit. So I'm gonna give her pants first before I start showing off the shirts.
Does that always feel awkward?
It does. I mean, I don't know, and it's like take your pick, because like if you do pants first and you're topless, that's fine. That's fine. Feels a little bit less weird. But here's a couple of those kind of more getting your hands dirty show hosts that Steven was talking about. Because yeah, we really wanted to epitomize the spirit of a lot of those home decoration, home makeover TV shows. So we definitely want to make sure that we've got the assets to fill out that story if you want to. And again, elevated basics. This sweater, everybody on the dev team is in love with this sweater, myself included. Swatches there, lots of nice. If you guys like pastels like I do, you're gonna love this pack. I am a pastel addict. These are so nice. Oh, and one thing I did not mention when I was showing off the hair. Oh, that one's so pretty. I was showing off the hair. So this is also going to be, I think, in the Inside Maxis. Scott and Johanna talked about the additional hair colors, but those are actually going to be included with this pack's free update. And I can't remember the date offhand. PJ, do you remember the date offhand? What our free update is?
Oh. No.
I'm supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah.
May 27th is our free update. So all of these new hair colors are going to come out with that. We're really excited. So let me actually jump down. I'm going to get her back in her jumpsuit. Wherever it went. Oh, there it went. I love all these floral patterns. And I'm going to hop on back down here. So speaking of hair, we got Patina's hair in the small version as well. Got that with and without the baby hairs. So I'm going to get her back in her cute little hairstyle, and a few of the kids' assets here. Cute little dress. And again, like Steven was saying, we're leaning towards a little bit of the basics. Something to mix and match with all of your existing assets. I really like these pants.
Yeah, Joe, one thing we want to make sure is that, all our colors across every single item kind of matched well, because sometimes you get a red and it's like, that doesn't go with my green pants, right? So, because we had to apply the same thing to the furniture, everything had to mix really well. So.
Oh, yep. Yeah, Oh, absolutely. All right, and I am just temporarily. I'm gonna add us a male sim as well. Throw the dice on there. So we've got a couple of new male hairstyles as well. A little bit more of your basic, looking on the edge of a presenter look. Get him out of that leather jacket. All right, and I should note these are actually unlocked assets. I have leveled Patina up to a higher level in her decorator career. So these are usually locked behind the career, but I've got those out in the open right now. Here we go. Some of the basic. Oh, and I had to point this out. So this is also locked behind the career progression, but this Utilikilt is absolutely killer. Where else are you going to find Utilikilt besides the Dream Home Decorator Pack? I really love the details the art team put into this. And then other than that, we've got some shorts, nice pants. Let me show you a few new of the shirt styles. Oh yeah, and the prints and patterns. Art team came up with some really beautiful prints and patterns for these clothing assets. Oh yeah. Very cute.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the Scandinavian influence coming through with some of those packs
absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm going to just temporarily make this guy a toddler, just to show we have a couple of new toddler assets in this pack. Or actually, this one right here. I love this plaid on this shirt. Super cute. Yeah! But let's see how we're doing on time. I am going to go ahead and jump into the gameplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that sim, make sure that these two have everything set up. We've got their likes and dislikes ready to go. And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and hop into gameplay.
Let's hop.
Let's hop. All right, so this is Patina's house. Got her living in Oasis Springs for now. She's doing a pretty okay job as a designer. That was a nice sting. You can see we've got her, she's been a interior designer for a little while. So we've got her leveled up pretty high up in the business. She's a business interior designer at this point. I think that's like level 9 or 10, something like that. So before I go in and start to showcase her absolutely gorgeous house, because a decorator would have a gorgeous house, let's go ahead and pick a gig. So very quickly, we've got Joel on the call right now. Joel, did you want to walk everybody through the different types of gigs that you can pick as a career once you get a little bit higher?
Sure. So we have, I guess, 4 different categories of gig type. Room renovations. These are gigs that are going to ask your sim to renovate the single room. You're basically going to have access to just that one room, and everything else is going to be locked out. We have room addition gigs. Those are going to be where your sim is asked to add an additional room to the existing foundation. You also have level renovation. That's where you have access to the entire level, but it's only that one level. So it's either level 1, level 2, and your sim is asked to renovate that entire level, whether it's a kitchen and living room renovation or something like that. And then the final one is level addition, and that's where you're given access to add an entire level onto the structure. As you progress through the career, you unlock these, so they're not all given to you at once. We want you to kind of ease you into it. Along with that, you're not going to have a whole bunch of likes and dislikes right off the bat. So, excuse me, this is where the likes and dislikes come into play. We will pull those likes and dislikes into the gigs, and so when you first start out, you're going to have low, just 3 likes and dislikes that are pulled from it. And then you're going to progress into that. Along with that is reputation is going to come into play. And you also get commercial gigs. So once your decorator is well known, they're not going to trust you right off the bat. They're not going to be like, hey, come to the venue and redo the bar. You kind of have to build up your reputation. But once you get high enough reputation, they might ask you to come, hey, do the bathrooms, and maybe based off of how well you do on the bathrooms, they might ask you to come back and say, hey, you did really good on those bathrooms. Actually, can you redo the whole bar? We actually need you to redo the whole thing. So it's kind of a callback.
That's how you know they really like you.
Yeah, you kind of get a mix and match of stuff here. So I think there's a total of 52 gigs, something like that.
Wow.
So there's quite a bit to pull from.
And that's what's so cool about this. I'm just going to chime in a little bit there. So right now, currently, for this demo, we're just going to be playing with base game and the Dream Home Decorator packs together. But when I play this, I like to play with pretty much as many packs I can get my hands on, because when you do a renovation for somewhere in Sulani, or if you do a renovation for somewhere in, why am I forgetting the name of the city?
San Myshuno.
San Myshuno!
Yeah.
Of course, when we're on live TV.
You're always starting on that one. Yeah.
I know. And another really cool thing too is that you can redo vet clinics. So what Joel was saying about the commercial gigs, you can redo vet clinics. It's a really cool way to just really mix it up, and you get a zillion different variables when you're playing around with these gigs. So let me look through a few of these and choose which one I want. So OMG shoes. I need a walk-in closet to display some sweet clothes. And sway shoes. What's sway, Joel? Help us in with a functional and visually appealing home for things I wear. These have really cute descriptions, all of them. So in-law unit edition, that's one of the examples of a room edition. So this one makes sense. You know how your in-laws come and you can't really stand them and wish they would step 1 foot into the house? Maybe we can have it both ways. Please build us an in-law unit. That way they can stay in their space without soiling the sanctity of our home. Sounds like a nice client. But I'm going to go ahead and pick, I like the idea of this level renovation. I saw one as I was scrolling down here. I'm going to grab a new living room renovation. Let's for that full level. So as you can see, Joel was talking about how your slots for knowing their likes and dislikes level up as you get a little bit higher. So she's at 4 slots right now, and that means that she can find out a little bit more about her clients at this point than she could if she was at an earlier level. And while they play around, so I'm just gonna quickly go over. So your clients, or actually PJ, you could speak to this too. Your clients will have a budget. So that's called out here in the gig. The type of gig is here. They all start at 9 a.m. the next morning. So if you want to keep yourself a steady stream of gigs, you can go ahead and just like every day when you get back, just choose another gig for the next day. So that's handy. And then of course,
yeah, that gig picker. Like you're talking about budgets, like you can pick budgets that have more for you to play with. Like they'll have like a larger budget so that you can do more things in the house. But sometimes it comes with like a smaller payout, or you could do vice versa. Like you can find the budgets that and the pay that fit you well.
I believe that's called a fabulous renovation. Yes.
Yeah, and real quick on the gig picker, it is going to show you the household that is offering the gig, so you can choose what household you're going to, and it's pulling from everyone in the world. So you, if you have a household that you really care about, and you're like, no, I don't want to touch that house, I really love it, you can ignore that household completely from the gig picker. And additionally, the gigs that come to you are based off of your sim's traits and likes. So if they like painting, you might get a sim asking for a painting studio. If they like music, you might get a sim asking you for music. So likes and dislikes are going to come into play in quite a few different ways.
And on that note too, yes, you can get a gig from Vlad, and it's hilarious. If you happen to have the Vampires game pack, yes, Vlad can call you for a gig. All right, so I'm actually, Steven, if you would like, I'm just going to mosey around our beautiful little showroom. So I kind of I looted our trailer and took a few of the rooms that our video team put together just to show off some of the gorgeous new furnishings we've got here. So yeah, Steven, did you want to just talk about our aesthetic style? And
For sure. So I kind of mentioned the Scandinavian influence for the cast, and it's certainly here as well. There's classic shapes within there. All the players will feel familiar with this. It's very contemporary. It's got a little bit a mix of that mid-sea coming through, which it's something that Scandinavian style certainly had an influence in. We've got natural materials, and I think I mentioned before with the clothing. We muted the colors down a bit, so nothing's really going to pop in the scene. It's like all your basics in there are kind of like they'll mix together. You can go full, like you could do that sofa there, and you could have everything else sort of in that kind of color range, and maybe pop that yellow, but nothing's really going to like stand out in the scene. And it's kind of more like you mentioned, you've got other packs, right? So you could bring in some sort of Queen Anne accent piece, and it'll fit nicely in there. It will become a kind of signature look within your room because everything else is nicely balanced. So that's kind of where we took it from. Give them a nice foundation. They can layer in cool bits of deco to attract the eye in the room. I think Dave once said, the rug will pull the room together. So
yeah, really,
it's that kind of philosophy.
And we made rugs.
Yeah, we made
that
rugs.
bet we made rugs. And I'm going to also draw your attention up to the upstairs here. If PJ, you want to speak a little bit to our new extended bunk bed functionality. So we spoke a little bit about this as well with the Inside Maxis stream a week or so ago. But PJ, did you want to go into a little bit more details with what we got for GP10?
Yeah, so if you saw the Inside Maxis video, we showed you that you can now slot like a lot of different things underneath the bunk bed. We can do desks, dressers, double beds, and single chairs and living chairs, or living chairs and love seats. And so I think it just gives a lot more build variation. Not only can you place them underneath, but you can also do different orientations for single beds and dressers and desks, so you can put them perpendicular to the bunk bed. But what's cool about Dream Home Decorator is that we get 4 new versions of the bunk beds. This one is the kids version, I believe, and there's like a teen one over there in the other room, and then a couple other variations. But what's cool about the Dream Home Decorator versions is that all the matching furniture goes together. So like all the dressers that were made for this pack and desks, they just look so good going together. And like, that's really kudos to like Beth and Jessica from the team, the modeling team, and of course, Steven. They just did a great job of making stuff that just looks great together.
Yeah, you can really coordinate a lot with this pack.
Absolutely. And like PJ was saying, These desks, they just slot in perpendicularly. They slot in straight. It's really nice. It's kind of like butter, placing these objects in there. It really takes away a lot of the guesswork. And I don't know if everybody noticed, but we also have everything kind of latched together as you slot it. So if you've slotted together a really cool configuration of your bunk, you can just go ahead and move that around the room if you'd like. This room is tiny, so you're gonna watch me struggle with that, but you can see everything's kind of slotted together, and it makes it really, really user-friendly and really handy.
Oh, Jill, while you have that UI open for the bunk beds,
Yeah.
can you select one of the single bunk top bunks?
Yes, I'd love to.
And then the variants. So if you see the little widget gear icons there to the left, you can actually pick which version of the ladders you want to choose. So like right now, by default, auto bunk beds is on. So when you place the bunk bed against the wall, it'll smartly know that to take away the ladders near the wall. But if you want to, like, for some reason, put ladders against the wall, you can pull out that version and put it anywhere you want. So you don't always have to have ladders on both sides. You can put it on whichever side you want. So it's just kind of like, some of the power tools you have for placement and stuff like that. Just give you more control.
If you do want twin ladders, it's such a tight room. If you do want both ladders, you can do it. This kind of gives you that flexibility here.
Hey, Jill.
Yes.
What about toddler beds?
Oh, what about those, Eric? Let's try something. I'm not sure if we've shown this off or not, but I have seen a few questions. We can absolutely, let me take the Dream Home Decorator tag off of there. We can absolutely slot toddler beds under here. Let me grab something cute. I like the pink car. But yeah, those can also be placed perpendicularly, horizontally, and kiddos can sleep in them. Yeah, just a little bit extra flexibility. Got the older kid, got the younger kid sleeping together in the same bedroom. But yeah, so I can, and speaking of kids, here's one other thing too. So sorry. Let me just play with color swatches. We absolutely can slot double beds under here as well. So if you want to have a little bit more of a extended opportunity for more people to sleep, we can sleep up to 3 people on these bunk beds now. Go. So also speaking of kids, I'm actually gonna jump back into live mode unless I could show off here. Let me hover really quick over all of the bed styles because I think I breezed over that really quickly. All of the bunk bed styles that we've got here. So this is, I think that was that kid's bed that we started with. Really cool. It's kind of like a little playhouse looking vibe on this one. I think it's the light that I need to kill.
Yeah, it will.
I think I gotta kill that light. I moved it over there. There we go.
The Sims need space to get up. They don't want to bump their head.
They're tall.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this one's really, really, really cool too. Let me turn auto bunks off. This has got really cool details on the bars there. So yeah, you said there are 4 new bunk styles, PJ, with matching pieces to go with them?
Correct. And then we built some pre-made, like with stuff slotted in already with like a dresser or a desk.
Yeah, that's what these are right now. It's what we call object collections. So they're already preset for you, but you can move things in and out like you saw me doing. So yeah, speaking of kids' room, there's another thing we did for kids with this pack. Let me go ahead and get her off of The Sims and have her come and hang out in her little kids' tent. Come play in here. I'm gonna speed through a little bit.
Really cool. Yeah, just some more kid objects, for this pack, and there are some gigs that require like a kids' room, and this would be a cool, fun thing to put in there. But hey, show off the variants because they look awesome.
Yeah.
Megan and our concept artists like put this together, and they look so fun.
Yeah. Here, let me actually move my favorite lights over so they're not blocking the shot. Oh, wrong one. Spoilers. All right. So yeah. We got a cute little old McDonald going on there. Got gingerbread. I really like the space one. I like them all. These are gorgeous. And cute little hand-drawn. Those crafty kids. Which one did we have before? I think we had the gingerbread one before.
Yeah.
Super cute. Awesome job, concept team and modeling team on that one. And speaking of, you were talking about PJ. This reminded me of something that I had heard PJ mention before. Sorry, I had heard Steven mention before about our decor choices for this pack. We really did try to cater each room at least a bit to make sure that we could satisfy not just the kitchen or not just the living room. We've got a good amount of pieces to hopefully fill out most of the house. Depending on what your clients ask for. So here she is playing in there. And it's not just children, right, PJ and Lisa? It's children and toddlers that can play in here?
Children and toddlers, yes.
Fantastic. And what about pets, if you happen to have the cats and dogs expansion?
They will sleep in there and kind of hang out, but you can't direct them to go in there, of course.
Yeah. They're autonomous beings.
No adults allowed, but if you are an adult, you can scare them from the outside, and
Let's try it.
it's kind of
Accept
hilarious.
your
Well,
dare.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I like to scare my kids into, while they're playing in their tents, but sometimes it's funny.
Some of us
Yes.
do. Let's see. Ah! That was real. She got the scared emotion on that one.
Rude.
And at this point, this is why we always hold this for the end of the tent. Oh! Wow. That was
Sometimes
serious.
they get mad about being scared.
I don't blame her, poor thing.
Understand.
But yeah, at this point, she's been so spooked out. She's not going to be wanting to go back in that tent for a little while. It's too scary in there. Oh, I just heard something crazy. But anyway, all right. So speaking of feelings and emotions, let's talk a little bit more about likes and dislikes gameplay. So we've also got Connor on the horn today. Are you Sim Guru, Connor? Is that the official? All right.
Oh, you call me Connor, sure.
So we have Sim Guru Connor here to talk about likes and dislikes. So I'm going to really quickly just get these two all prepped and ready. I'm going to take them downstairs. And what do you want to start with? So I know we definitely talked about Patina's likes and dislikes and activities. So I'd say let's try to troll her.
Yeah, let's start cooking. So if you remember from before, we set her as she dislikes cooking. So let's just see what happens.
Let's try some grilled cheese. I was going to do eggs and toast, but let's do grilled cheese.
What a beautiful stovetop to cook that meal
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, does anybody really quickly while we wait for her to cook, do you want to draw attention to this luscious stovetop only sitting on this island counter? Oh, there she goes. About to cook.
Yeah, we added a lot of new ways for you to cook in your kitchen. So you can see she's cooking on a stovetop that's separate. And
She
then
hates it.
behind her.
Even though she hates it.
I know, even though she hates it, it's a beautiful stovetop. She hates the cooking, not the appliance.
Yep, you can see that right here with this little I don't like it icon.
Yeah, and if you look at her motives, she's also losing fun from this. And if you keep her in cooking for long enough, she's going to get increasingly negative buffs. You're gonna make her pretty miserable.
She's getting sassy already.
Also, if you dislike cooking, you're not going to autonomously want to cook. So she would only
makes sense.
autonomously want to grab quick meals. That goes for things like fitness. If you dislike fitness, you're thankfully not going to do like autonomous push-ups in place.
So they can still do the bare minimum so that they survive and everything, but they're not going to go above and beyond with cooking grand meals or anything like that.
Yeah. And now that you did that, you can have a new interaction on her niece.
Ooh, wow, what just happened there?
If you
What do we
click her-
got?
I can't see the text, but look for, I think it's Bemoan Cooking.
Yeah.
Friendly.
And friendly.
Bemoan Cooking.
Do you see it? Oh, I see it. Bemoan cooking.
So whenever you do something you like or dislike, it also unlocks an interaction they'll want to do. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just cooked. I hate it so much. Or like, hey, I really like cooking. I really like video games. I want to talk to you about it. And depending on the other Sims' preferences, they could disagree about the preference or agree about it. Like, oh, you're right. Cooking does suck. So there's a lot of fun storytelling with that.
Let's gab about it. And like we mentioned earlier, we also have music preferences. So let's have a showdown. Let's see what happens when we drop out a stereo here. All right. So If I can remember, actually, and we can show right here. So
It's music. Let's turn on Baby Shark and see how they react.
yeah, right. So if you can remember here, if you want to see what your personal Sims likes and dislikes are, they're actually here, right underneath traits. We moved traits back up to the top, by the way. So you can see that she likes electronica and she likes hip hop and she dislikes Kids Radio, aka Baby Shark. And then here we've got her activities. And I should mention also, I don't think I mentioned this before, you can change out your likes and dislikes on a whim. So we even have this handy dandy enter create a sim button here. Just like changing your aspirations, you can just jump in and out of cast and change out your likes and dislikes as you wish. So let's see what happens when we listen to some music. So she likes electronica. Yeah. Listen to, no, change station.
Also, I don't even mention it too. Likes and dislikes can come from gameplay. So if you're in a good mood, you're playing video games, like, oh my god, I really like video games. I'm gonna internalize that forever. Or the other vert's like, oh wow, I really hate this, and I should make note of this for the rest of my life. I hate this activity.
We should also note that Jill is only right now playing with the base game and GP10. So there's additional likes and dislikes for hobbies and stuff that will come with packs. So if you have other packs, there's more likes and dislikes in there. And additionally, we'll be adding to the system going forward.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of different music stations from all of our different packs, so that's pretty exciting to play with. So yeah, let's shake it up a little bit. So it seems like they're both in pretty good mood listening to this electronica. But let's turn it to Kids Radio and see what happens. Remember, Pippa likes Kids Radio. Yeah. Patina does not. Let's have them sit here and listen. I think it's a nice game.
I don't know.
Can we get a Sims version of Baby Shark?
Is that too late?
It's never too late.
Oh, she hates it. Oh no, just use the bathroom now.
She just got to use the bathroom. Don't mind me. I'm just cheating away. Okay, yeah, so she's liking that. What's Pippa thinking? That's my jam. Liking Kid Radio, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, but we fixed that. Don't worry. Oh, did we? Did we fix that? I don't think we fixed that. Let me fix that. Sorry. And Patina, she is sitting here dancing.
Easily playful from the TV station.
Not quite her tempo. Oh, she's still playful. Yeah. And she loves her environment. But after a while.
Yeah, not her tempo. But now she got this interaction. She's playing along though. Yeah. But now you can actually click on her niece, and you can argue about it. You know what? I hate this music.
Oh, click on the niece? Oh, no. Other way around.
Yeah.
So, similar to cooking, invite Pippa dance. Under friendly.
Her mood totally changed. Her face is.
Oh, did she? Oh, and this is my cranky dance. This is my look. She's dancing, but she hates it. That's one of my favorite things.
But have her argue about kids' music. It's in there somewhere.
Let's see. Let's pick a fight. Complain about kids' radio music. I've had enough of this. We need to talk.
About.
Pippa's like, "You ready? I'm ready."
Ina Tripna, Vimpa, Shona, Larkin.
Not quite feeling it. No, they lost the relationship. You know what? They disagree.
Agree to disagree. That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because if I leave this on, this is really going to affect poor Patina's mood. I think she's already having a bad time from stuff going on. That's the buff you get
when you're doing something for too long. You get increasingly a bad time buff.
So also, there was something I quickly noticed there. Let me see if I can find another NPC. So you can talk to other NPCs and find out what they like and dislike as well.
Hey, you. What's your favorite color?
Hey, you.
Stranger.
This is important. This is important. Friendly introduction. Get over here. It's Jeffrey Landgrab. What does he like? Oh.
Jeffrey, what's your favorite?
What's your favorite color, Jeffrey? That's your real name. Is he? I think she wants to. Oh, he's coming to me. Oh, how convenient.
Nice of him.
Last time I had to chase him every time I do this demo. All right. Thanks, Jeffrey. We have something really important to talk about. All right.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You think his favorite color is blue?
Let's take bets. I would peg him for a blue guy. He might like orange. Let's ask. Ask about hobbies. So you can ask about all these things. As a designer, she could discuss latest trends, but
I have a favorite color.
Ah, there it is. What's your favorite color, Jeffrey? The world's got to know.
Is it pink?
Do you like pink?
He's leading the witness. He likes the color white. Okay, that's fine. That's all the colors, I think.
Sure.
What else? How about your taste in music? Let's just real quick learn this. Ask about favorite color. I got slap 'em silly already for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your
I already did.
color? Now you
I
help
already
yourself
did
for a
favorite
computer.
color. I could complain about kids radio to him too.
See how he thinks about that.
Oh, ask about. Ooh, she's a designer.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite taste in decor? Let's see what he likes.
See how snobby he is.
He's using her laptop. What kind of decor do you like, Jeffrey? Oh no, is he going? Oh.
Oh,
I think he just reacted to her decor, as a
Yeah,
matter of
he did,
fact.
actually.
So what is it that he likes? What is it that he? I'll bet
I
he
don't know what
likes
style that is,
mid-century.
but he liked it.
I think it's mid-century modern. I think it's the new one. I really gotta know now. Now I'm curious. Okay. Friendly. Ask about taste and decor, Jeffrey. Tell me, why did you just applaud my sink? It's a lovely sink, I know. Lumpina, of course. Oh, he likes Queen Anne. All right. That works.
Classic.
Nah. But he still likes my sink, so that's good. But hey, how are we doing on time here? I think we're doing okay. Oh, one thing that I did, and she's actually in a playful mood right now. I did want to show. Let's see if we get lucky here. Because Connor, you had mentioned that if you're doing something and you're in a certain mood, you may get a little prompt to ask if you want to add that to your list of likes and dislikes.
Have her really happy and try video games. That's the what I've been testing.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Oh, I set this treadmill in a bad spot. All right, let's have her do some video games on her phone real quick.
If Jeffrey would leave.
You give me back my here. Which one is it for play games? I know how to play The Sims.
It's also a chance to happen too. You have to be in a good mood, and then there's a chance you might get it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, well, here, actually, I'm going to use this handy interaction. I'm going to send him home so I can go use my own computer, bud.
Sorry, Jeffrey. It's not you, it's us.
All right, thank you for letting us know your favorite color. Now you can go. All right. Jeffrey's here to stay. So, never mind that. I'm going to go ahead and watch a TV channel to get myself ready for my gig because it's about 8 o'clock at night. I got to go to work at 9 tomorrow. So, let's go ahead and watch the Dream Home Decorator channel. And this is a lo-fi version, but yes, we did add a new TV channel. We got 2 different videos that we rotate between. They are absolutely bonkers, so we're going to show you a little bit of those later. But in the meantime, Lisa, if you're...
Not yet. TV channel.
Ah! Oh, good. Okay, now he's getting going. Thanks, Jeffrey. But Lisa, also, so if you are a decorator, you can watch this show before you go to your job, and that gives you a focus buff. Is that correct? Kind of helps you a little bit on your performance. Confident. There she goes.
And if you're not a decorator, it will inspire you.
It'll inspire you. Nice. All right. So on that note, so here's a little primer for that. I think I'm going to have these two get a good night's sleep while we prep for our gig tomorrow. And I'd say let's go ahead and show you all the higher quality version of the videos while we do that, while we kill some time. And this is the first time we've done a TV channel in quite a while, by the way. So we were really excited about this.
Yamith, Grob, and Hank, Yalla Rob. Yabba. Babel, Brown, and Unizon. Woody Soso. Pardon. Huh? Oh. Gorba! Sorbo! Huh? Neeb! Yo-Yam! Flurbo. Cleveland, Nevada. Yondor. Sure, Noops. Pizza. Chimney. Amanosa. Proud. Wasabis and Finnegrau. Yapaspar. Polynide. Kunputu Ubuwa. Thiago! Zoe Hodge, Lanuga. Giannis Edge.
Being not a bad and great. Level, Zoflish Apulza. Naira Moo.
Oh, lava creepy Nosh.
Yahoo! Seven bar move. Yeesh. Ben Effie. Fan 2. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, Mushki Mushka. Blue Leaf Count. Woo! Velp and Fibbatch. Nib North. Flow B. Arble Sway. Zip. Yep, Barbie Almanac. Oh, Bobby LaFoo. Skibby Iva. Zobi. Yaps and A. Moosty Goosta. Company Noy. Yes, you'll soon.
Oh.
There's a preference. While we're gone.
Yeah, and am I okay? Yeah, and I'm back. Sorry, I saw something weird, smudgy on my screen. But how about those TV channels? Right? Are they bonkers? But hey, I paused it right here. That preference discovery moment that I was trying to show everybody. So Patina was playing her video games, and she got a prompter. So it begins. Nothing beats the feeling of crushing that final boss level. Whenever Patina is gaming, she is at one with the universe. Is it safe to say that she likes video gaming? And you can say yes or no here. Don't worry, don't be shy. Again, if you say yes, it doesn't mean you're stuck with likes video games forever. She'll just, you can change it out in cast if you want to. So I'm going to say yes. Oops. So now that adds it to her list of likes and dislikes. And so we are at about at 8 o'clock right now. And I believe I'm going to be getting an update that her work starts in about an hour. So before we do that, I'm going to have her go ahead and just change real quick. We'll take a look at this more, but I want to draw attention to this walk-in closet, this fantastic walk-in closet that Patina's got. These clothing items actually are mix and matchable. So these are separate from the bar. You can change these around. We'll play around with those a little bit more in detail later. But you've also got your plan outfit interactions on here. So they are technical dressers under the hood. So you can do all your dresser interactions on these pieces of clothing. Oh, I picked the wrong oh well, that's fine. We're going into cast now. We weren't supposed to go all the way, but that's fine. Same result.
A fine example of our modular furniture system, like in that closet, the walk-in closet. It's so beautiful. I love all those shoe clutter and box items.
Absolutely. And you know what? While we've got just a couple of minutes, since we're talking about it, I will. Oh, no, there's not much room. There's not much room. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. We're going to do this later when we've got more room to demo. But to Joel's point, yes, those pieces of shoes, those shoes clutter, those are mix and matchable. You can build any walk-in closet you want. And then as I was saying about the clothing, so those can go on and off. You can actually reverse them back and forth. Give a little bit more variety there, and you can absolutely change the colors. So if you go on a decorator gig, pro tip, if you go on a decorator gig, you might see some that are a little bit more monochromatic, like this is all red shirts or all black shirts. We did that intentionally. So if the client says they like a certain color, what clothing items you pick will help feed into that. So on that note, here, let's go ahead and go to the gig. So I thought I changed her outfit, but she's still wearing that. So let's actually do this the right way. Change outfit.
You might want to take care of that hygiene. I don't think the clients will appreciate if you show up smelly.
Yeah, what happens if I show up smelly, Maura?
So
what could happen?
You can get fired and kicked out. Just because they hired you doesn't mean they have to like actually keep you on. If you're mean to clients, if you're rude, if you do questionable things, they will fire you. So you have to be a little bit careful.
What do you mean? What questionable things, Mara?
Yeah, what kind of questionable things?
Yeah. Let's see. So, I wouldn't like it if someone used my shower uninvited, if they started just like cooking, not that she would. Stealing as well, though I will say you are guaranteed a guaranteed time when their house is empty for those klepto sims. But other things that can get you fired, I mentioned being gross, so farting, burping, being mean, mischief,
and getting nude.
Fighting is getting nude is like an automatic. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, it is. I tried it out. The other day, and they fired me immediately.
I think fighting will also get you pretty much immediately fast track you to getting fired.
So here we are at our gig. So I have to say to the entire universe, this is the first time I have ever seen the inside of Johnny Zest's sad little house here. We didn't set this up ahead of time. This is really what his poor sad little house looks like. So he could really use a little bit of decorator help. So this is our classic interview scenario. This is where you want to get to know your client and get to know what they like. So this is, I might mention, for those of you that just want to jump in and get to your building, this is a optional part of the career, but it really helps you out if you know what kind of colors they like. So colors, decor style, all that. So
with this pack, we wanted to push builders to play a little bit in live mode, and live mode players obviously to play in build mode. And so we do offer options to allow you to skip some of the live mode if you want, but that's really what's going to help guide you through the gig. And those likes and dislikes are kind of important, but it also is a fun challenge if you just want to go in blind.
So what he does not like, he does not like programming. Okay, that doesn't give me much to work with. Let's ask about your favorite designs. All right, show me what you got, Mr. Zest.
So as part of this too, we wanted to give the sense of progression that your sim may have as they level up in the career. So as they level up, you're going to get better at interviewing people. So you'll learn likes and dislikes at a faster rate. You'll have more of them to find. And it just plays more into that idea that I've gotten better at this job, and now I can do things faster.
Makes sense. You're a pro.
What did you just discover, Jill? What was that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So on that note, she actually just discovered two preferences from Mr. Zest here. We got dealt a tough hand here, by the way, crew. So what he likes or what he does not like. He dislikes rocket science. He dislikes programming. He dislikes mixology. So those are all activities preferences. Those do get thrown in with the mix. These are all activities preferences.
No decor. Wow, he doesn't care.
No decor and no colors. We're usually gonna get those. So I'm gonna try my hand. So what Eric was saying is, as you level up, you also get some options to kind of like sway the client in one direction or another, because like you know what you're doing at this point. So I'm gonna see if I can get lucky and see if we can get some color or decor here, because otherwise I can play around with this, but
because he's not interested in any color or decor, you can't convince him to change any color or decor preferences, because he's apparently fine with any.
I see. Well, that's good then. That just gives us free reign.
What you can do though is, if you separate from the the preferences that are called out for this gig, you can find out if he has those likes and dislikes.
That's right. Thanks, Maura. Okay, so yeah, aside from that, we can actually, I'm not going to insult his taste of decor. I'm going to ask about these things. So I already know all about his hobbies, so I'm not going to ask him about that. Did I miss it? It was under friendly. Let's see. Here, let's try this from the top. No, I'm not going to insult his taste in decor. All right. Hobby. Am I missing the color?
You may have to talk to him a little bit more before he'll
Get to know him.
Yeah, before he'll let you talk about favorite colors or anything else.
That's a pretty personal question. But I did find out he's ambitious.
And the way this works with the gigs is, depending on the size of the household that you're going to for your client sims, it's going to put a selection of likes and dislikes from each sim in the household. So if it is a friend of your decorator sim, and yes, you might know their likes and dislikes already, it's still going to randomly pull from them. So every time you go back to that same sim's house, it's not always going to give you the same gig. Those preferences are pulled at random. And then if there's more sims in the household, it's going to pull at random from those additional sims. So you're always going to get a good mix. It's not always going to be the same thing.
Yeah, that was actually funny. That was a funny hand we got dealt here. We usually have a good combination of colors and decor. But let's see. All right, so I am assuming then that means that we can just have free reign of decor style and colors here. So I'd say I've learned enough about you, Mr. Zest. You can now go ahead and send him away so you can get working. All right, and are you sure you want to send the client away? You won't be able to discover any more likes or dislikes if they leave. And I'm going to say, okay. All right. And he says, I'll get headed out now so you can get started. See you later. All right, and now we get to work. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. You see, we have here an option or a task to take before photos. So there's a few different ways you can do this. I like personally clicking on the floor, but you can also, if you've got a camera, you can use a camera. If you've got a phone, you can use your phone. Self-interaction too, Maura? Or is that something else?
Yeah, you can also do it from yourself. And a little bit about like this special interior decorator photo mode. You might notice there's a slight fisheye.
Yes, let's show it. Woo! Just like real.
When you take photos with this mode, you'll get a photo, like a picture in your inventory, like normal. This is your photo to do whatever you want with. You can post them to Instagram, maybe like display them on a wall for like a home studio, place them in the client to remind them what you did for them. And then the photos that you'll show the client are saved in a memory card that we give to you in your inventory. And those are like the client-facing official career photos. So you don't have to worry about, you can do whatever, I'm repeating myself. You can do whatever you want with the photo objects that normally get created.
And it's also worth mentioning here, so I'm using a few hotkeys here. So especially if you're in a tiny space like this, we were discovering it's a little bit difficult to get the full room. So one thing that we wanted to draw attention to is we've got a few handy dandy hotkeys here that you can use to take photos. So what I'm doing right now, I'm doing my arrow keys just to move around. This is really handy to use, and then I can use the mouse to swivel it. But, so if you're backing up here, if you want to pitch the camera up or down, we have the handy dandy Q to go down and E to go up. That really helps get more of the space into your shot if you want to play around with that. We also added a specific lesson in this pack to walk you through all the different more power user mechanics that you can use for taking photos. So yeah, it really helps get you acquainted with the camera. So I'm gonna take a photo of this poor sad kitchen. And I'm not done yet. I'm gonna take some more photos because this is a whole level. What is it? Whole level renovation that we're doing here. So I'm going to try to do the kitchen and the living room because I think he could use some help. I'll take one here. And it says the minimum is you need to take at least 3 photos, but you can take as many before photos as you'd like, just as a refresher and a reminder of where you're at. Okay, so I think that's enough photos. I'm going to go ahead and jump into build. Let's start decorating. I'd say let's start with this lovely kitchen here, and let's open it up. So we did a lot for kitchens in interior Dream Home Decorator. So I absolutely wanted to take this this opportunity to show off that stuff. So first off, I could hardly even get in a photo, so I'm just gonna really quickly try to clean up that space here a little bit. Woo! Oh, but before I do that, let me draw your attention over here. So this is auto opened. PJ, do you want to describe what we're looking at right here in build mode?
Yeah, totally. So like we didn't want you to have to keep going back between like live mode and build mode. So all the same information is there. You see the client's budget and your pay. You'll see the likes and dislikes that you discovered, but you also see like the restrictions and requirements. So because this is a level renovation, you can't do what it says there. It's hard for me to read on this on the Discord.
Restricted to the ground floor. So if he had like a second level on the house, I wouldn't be able to make any changes there. I'm pretty lucky with this gig. Oh yeah. Like this? Did that help?
And then like yeah, but for like a room renovation, like you can't I think you're restricted to not adding walls and stuff like that. So like you have different restrictions depending on the gig.
I think I got edge scrolling turned on somehow. Is there a hotkey for edge scrolling? Anybody on the call? No? Here, let me see if I can turn it. I'm sorry, really quick. I'm going to turn off edge scrolling. It's going to drive me crazy. I think this should be in-game camera. Turn that off. Okay. Sorry. Quick intermission. All right. So what else have we got here? So did we talk about the client budget at all?
Yep.
PJ?
Yeah.
Yep. We talked about client budget. And these are, so we're going to have to fill this in with our brains a little bit, but these likes and dislikes in the gig panel are really handy because if you want to find what they like, for instance, he does like cooking, so I can click on that. It's going to take us to things like ovens and stoves, things that he likes. So that helps you to kind of fast track and see what the client wants. It's really handy when you've got decor style or you've got color, because then that'll fast track anything that's got those color tags on it. And then the activities where it gets a little bit dicey. So dislikes mixology. If you want to fast track the things they dislike, you can troll your client. You can go ahead and click on this for a quick grab. So dislikes mixology. So if I wanted to be mean, I could give him one of these bars. Dislikes, what is this? Programming. If I wanted to, I could give him a computer if I wanted. And what's under rocket science? The rocket. All right. So if I wanted to troll him, I could put a big old rocket back there, but we're not going to right now. But it is kind of handy to know what items are actually going to feed into these likes or dislikes. So I'm going to go ahead and I can take the filters off of there, I think, right now.
Can you imagine getting like a bathroom renovation gig and they're like, I really love rocket science, so I just need you to fit this rocket in this like 4x4 room, please? Thank you.
There's a challenge for you. Make it work. Oh. So first and foremost, though, this is just me because this was driving me nuts to taking photos. Has nothing to do with Dream Home. I'm gonna remove these big old things here. We're gonna have a little bit more of an open concept kitchen, and I am going to, while I futz and build, instead of you guys just sitting and watching me do that, I'm actually gonna pull Beth onto the call a little bit, and Beth, you can talk us through some of our really, really awesome new kitchen items.
Yeah,
So,
this is super exciting for the kitchens. I know watching home renovation shows, the biggest thing is everybody always wants to totally demolish their kitchen and put all kinds of new stuff in it. So for this pack, we actually made 2 complete kitchens. So 2 counters, 2 islands, 2 cabinet styles for you to choose from and for you to kind of mix and match between. A lot of them have shared variants between them, but they're a little bit different styles. So you can really have fun with it.
So let's start this here. So I'm just going to pretend we started with the nice green refrigerator. So let's say he likes green, or should we mix it up? Give me yellow. Let's do yellow. All right. So here are those counter pieces, and I'm actually going to move this aside so you can see a little bit more of what we got going on here. So let's expand it out. We've got our just standard pieces. I think if I have auto counters, I always do that wrong. I think I can angle those out in the corner here.
Yes, your budget goes up as you delete or sell things also, so you can actually increase your budget by getting rid of some of the older stuff.
That is a good point. Thank you. Oh, I turned it off. There we go. Turn it back on. Let's get that quarter.
Just pick up the corner one again, and you can keep going.
Thank you. This is like the best, most entertaining thing to watch in the world is watching Jill futz with build. I learned a lot in this pack, though, by the way. I used to be an awful builder. Now I'm like an almost satisfactory builder. So, well,
You're doing great, Jill.
thank you. It's like, I don't even know if almost satisfactory. That actually might be pushing it. But I'm getting there. I'm learning things. So, some of the really cool items, too. I'm going to save some space here on the end. But I wanted to draw attention to, on this counter set, some really cool see-through items that we've got there, the shelves. Let me add the island piece here so Johnny's got a little bit more room to cook. And this is a tight fit, but trust me, we've tried it before. I can make it work. What was I running into last time?
One thing I wanted to mention with the gig info on the site is that's going to change based off your gig type also. So when you do room addition, you might have tile restrictions. So it'll actually tell you how many new tiles you can add, similar to tiny living. So those requirements aren't always going to be the same for every type of gig. It's going to change up. So expect to see that to look different depending on the gig you're doing.
Here are these fantastic cupboards that Beth was talking about. We've got the full range of pieces here. I think I probably want to do the show.
2 cabinets for 2.
2 cabinets.
kitchens.
And here, actually, let me do some walls up. I need to nuke the old ones. Make
Oh, yeah.
room for the new. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that pom-pom light too. Sorry, it's gonna go light for a second. Or go dark.
Beth just said 2 full kitchens, right? Is that what I heard?
Two full kitchens.
2 full
crazy.
kitchens, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And they are gorgeous indeed. Here, let me keep building with that cabinet here. Show you a little bit of the variety we've got.
And yeah, they're 2 different styles, so you can keep them totally separate from each other if you want, but they do share some of the same variants. So if you want to mix and match one of the cabinet sets with one of the other counters, it's going to work really well. You can do the same with the islands and the counters. It really gives you a lot of flexibility in all your remodeling.
See, can I fit a corner piece in here? It really does. Like when you think about these decorator shows too, the first thing you want to do, people are always asking for a new kitchen. So it just seemed like an obvious for us to go ahead and really lean into the kitchen thing. And
Yep.
I think, oh, I can only do that on the corner. That's right. I'm learning. There we go. All right, so we've got those cabinets. Now, this is why I made an island. So, as Connor was talking about earlier, we have added not 1, but 2 different interchangeable stovetops for this pack. So let me grab, I'm gonna grab the copper one. So you can put those on any countertop here, these stoves.
You can
Love
put
it.
stoves anywhere. You can put a sink, and we have 2 kinds of ovens. So ones that are built into the counters and ones that sit on top of the counters that are full ovens. You can bake anything you would bake in a regular oven in them. And the ovens that go on the countertop can go anywhere a microwave can go is kind of an easy way to think about where you might want to place them.
Yep, this is my favorite little convection of it. I love it. So cute. But yeah, you can make some really awesome kitchen permutations with this pack here. You can have a lot more counter space if you need it. I just love it. Let me grab a sink, finish it out. Actually, I'll do one of the more classic sinks here. Just grab something copper.
And the way those recipe pickers work is they recognize what's in your kitchen. So if you only have the oven and you don't have any stove tops or any stove available, you're not going to have those recipes available, and vice versa. So that way, if you have a full kitchen, it's going to recognize that and try to use each additional piece that you have.
Yeah, if you split apart your stove, make sure you have all the components to cook normally.
Cook a thing. Oh, and really quick, so let's move on to the living room. This could use some help as well. Before we get started, I wanted to showcase this gorgeous new wallpaper that we got for this pack. So I'll use yellow, nice and light. And
The living room, the best room. This is
the best room.
So we tried to include enough objects in every room, kitchen, living room, bedrooms, bathrooms, so that, you know, as a home decorator, you have enough objects to work with so that every time you get a gig and go back there, it feels new and fresh. But living rooms, I especially like just because of the modular furniture and stuff for sectional sofas and for modular shelving units for like TV stations and stuff. You get really sucked into it really quickly.
Oh yeah.
And sectional sofas you mentioned? Let's try it out. All right, I'm getting rid of the candelabra. I don't know why he's going candelabra.
Yeah, he needs some help here.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move this thing over here. It's nice. It's cozy. Maybe he wants to keep that around. But, let's get rid of that too. All right, so I want to make sure the lights aren't totally in our way. Let's grab the sofas. So I think you can just go ahead and search sofa, however you would find sofas. We've got 2 different sectional sofas, 2 different styles. And you will also notice that we've got longer versions of them. So those are our Shea Lounge. Is that how you pronounce it, Beth? It's a Shea Lounge.
I usually do Chase, but you know.
Chase. I feel better saying Chase.
Here.
So let's see, what color? I'm gonna go with the green theme.
Chase. Shea.
It's fine. So same thing as counters and bunk beds that we were just pointing out. We have the auto bunk beds on and off. So if that is on, it fills out this corner here, so it reduces a little. Did I turn it on? Yes. So it reduces a little bit of the guesswork. There we go. So that's so nice. That is just like butter. But I actually wanted to show something else off, because if you choose to open this sprocket gadget up, you got a lot of really awesome sofa pieces that you can add here.
One is one of my favorites. We have 8 different pieces of a sectional sofa that you'll be able to pull out and place however you want to. So a flat piece that doesn't have a back on it if you want to create something more open. And then I think one of the best parts too is that we actually have a single version of the sofa. So if you want a matching chair in your living room to sit nearby but doesn't necessarily tile into the other ones, you can place it, have an accent chair, but it totally matches the style of everything else.
Yeah, it's great. So that's what you'll find this here in this little slide out drawer. We've got the accent tables that match right there. So here, I'll just put that nice and close. Hopefully they can walk through there. It's a tight space. But yeah, you can have both ends. And I'm actually going to remove this in case we want to do a different coffee table. So like we were talking about earlier, this is the Shea Lounge. I'm actually going to jump into live mode really quickly to show you this is fully functional. We did a modification of our lounge chair Relax, so you can sit and relax on that lounge.
And the best part about them getting into that is that you can also then put a million of those next to each other, and the Sims will get into every single one, and you can have a big, relaxing movie party or
it's so decadent. It's so decadent. I could totally see that with like the movie stuff pack that we had, the backyard. I can't remember what it's called, but it would be really good for a movie watching night. And so she's relaxing here. I think we could use a TV console to add to the party. What do you think? So yes.
You might want to move that couch back against the wall so you have a little more space for those.
Yeah, is it going to be in a way?
I think so, just so you have some more space.
There we go. Just nudge it up. Boink. All right. So I'm going to get started building her a nice little TV console. So we have added in Dream Home Decorator one of the features I'm the most excited about, other than the sofas in the kitchens, of course, is our new modular shelving feature. So go ahead and hit modular in your search. That's your fast track way to hunt down everything that is compatible. So anything that's placed on the wall within this collection is compatible with other wall pieces. Anything that's floor placeable is compatible with other floor placeable pieces. And you'll watch me do this. They just kind of snap right together, and it's so satisfying. And I'm really excited for this pack to launch on June 1st when I get to see all the really cool things that people can build with this. Because this is going to be like just a barely satisfactory builder playing with this feature. I can't wait to see what all of you do. So let me find a wall TV stand.
A couple to your left. And we kind of have 2 main styles that we went with. So there's the little more rounded version and then the more angular version. They still mix and match really well with each other. But if you just want to go for one, there's a whole collection of shelves and dressers and bookcases and desks and TV stands you can use. And the really exciting thing about this is you'll notice that the TV stand is on the wall. We have never had that before.
Oh, and that's just the start, folks. All right, so let's let's try this out. Let's see how good I am at building this. So I'm gonna type in modular again to fast track us to all these parts. So that I believe is a wall cabinet. So let me grab this. I'm just gonna grab the default. Oh,
Yeah, so we watched a lot of home decorator channel stuff and home decorating TV shows, and a lot of what you see is them customizing shelving, customizing units for their clients, and so we want to try to capture that here with this idea of like, well, you know, we have a lot of clutter items. You always want to set out clutter. We have likes and dislikes now, so we have a lot of new clutter items that match the things like, oh, I like the blue color or the pink color. And so if you have clients with those likes and you want to put those items out, we needed shelving to allow you to put those likes out. So this system allows you to customize the shelves out there and to start placing items that matches those preferences.
Perfect. There we go. So I can just start building away. It's so satisfying. And our audio team has actually added, I'll get into a little bit more detail. They've added nice little subtle cues. So you will know when you have actually slotted something together. It goes ding. Don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's really satisfying. You just build this up a little bit.
As Jill hovers over, you can see when she's putting those shelves down, you can kind of see the TV stand highlight a little bit, and that's showing you what the first object she put down is. Because if you want to move things, click and hold that TV stand. You can move everything as a group, which makes deciding and iterating back with your designs really easy. And
it's so satisfying.
It is. It feels really good.
Yeah, because imagine if I had made this just like a half a tile in the wrong direction and I wanted to just kind of move the little thing over. It's really clunky to have to move every piece, but now I can just grab that parent. So let me walk you through a little bit of that parenting system in the highlights here. So as you can see, if I highlight on the parent, if you remember what your parent is, that will highlight the entire unit here. But if you're hovering off, say I want to just remove one piece, you can see a subtle pulse going on in that parent, so it'll always ground you where to grab for the whole unit. But I can continue to customize, like say I didn't want that piece to be part of it, I can just move it on and off as I want. So let's move this off. You can also trail back, so you can see I've got a portion highlighted here. Then that way, I can grab a section, put it back on. This is so much fun to play with. This is like a game in itself. I'm just absolutely enamored with this modular shelving, and I think I might have broken the link at this point. But you get the picture. It is super cool to play with, and it's not just limited to wall shelving. I think you can also do it on the floor. So let me just grab a quick floor unit here.
We have a lot of coffee tables that'll snap together.
Yeah, let's grab a coffee table.
It's floor
Really
for
cool
coffee
colors
table,
too.
desks, shelves. We wanted to allow you to pretty much build up anything that would match with those sectional sofas. And, you know, obviously coffee tables is one of those things that a lot of homes place next to their sectional sofas. So allowing you to make your own custom coffee table was pretty high on the list of things we needed.
Yeah, I built a lot of good puzzle pieces.
That is a floating shelf.
So
I'm not going to do a dresser.
Dressers work for floors too. When you're building those closets out, or you want to put a dresser in your office or in your living room, you can totally do that.
Oh, there we go. These ones are nice to connect. So you can connect that whole unit there, move that around. Oh, I just love it. And what would you do with all this shelving if you didn't have some lovely clutter items? So let's talk about clutter for a second for Dream Home Decorator. So I'm going to filter on down to Dream Home Decorator here and just do a show all with decorations.
I love it.
So much clutter. I'm in love with our art team, what they did. So what do we got here? So of course we've talked about the shoes. We got the shoes. We can play around with dressers and walk-in closets a little bit later, but for your shoe addicts, we can place these independently. And lots of boxes, just nice boxes to fill in the space.
Good storage boxes, little photo boxes, some wicker baskets.
This cute little llama.
The llama's so cute.
A little bit of clutter here. So we got some decorator clutter that we've got. What else?
We've also got a couple nice things as you progress in the career to have a mood board out for when you're thinking about what designs you're going to do, some magazines that you can unlock. The laptop that was in Christina's home is also something that they can unlock later, which is really fun. It's got a lot of nice designs on it.
I'm just going to sneak this back here for now. Oh, and this art piece. I got to show this. That is just stunning. There's a lot of really really beautiful wall art here. Here, while we're on the topic, we're not quite in our build session yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and
The shoe boxes. I love the shoe boxes so much. I don't know about you guys, but my closet is full of shoe boxes because I just can't seem to throw away shoe boxes because I always find use for them. So like, I really want to make sure we had shoe boxes in this bag.
yeah, just all those little details really help you to customize and build out exactly what you want.
Yeah, you're.
I got our budget. All right.
I don't know if this is Zest now.
I mean, you know,
Before, like, can you add a bar just for fun? If there's any space in your wonderful layout.
Space. Yes, I'm sure there's. You know what? I can find space right here, Mora. Let's do it. Let's give him a bar. So, like I was mentioning earlier, if you want, you can click on where his likes and dislikes are. Let me take that. That's the Dream Home Decorator tag is. So, if he dislikes mixology, again, I can grab him. Let's just grab him a little bar. I'll put it right here. See if he notices. It's a little tight. I don't think I can get it too close. Is it because of the curtains? Must not be for the curtains. Just put it out there. All right. Well, congrats, Johnny. You got a bar now. So,
I love your home, Jill.
I think this looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little haphazard, but I think it's an upgrade from what he had. Let's go ahead and thank you. Let's go ahead and call him back. Let's see. So, I did go over budget. That's fine. We'll see. Maybe he'll like it. So, of course, at this point, let's go ahead and take some after photos. I'm going to show you all a kind of a cute little power user mechanism that we added here as well. So you can see I've got all my before photos here. If you don't really quite remember exactly where you were standing when you started these, you can actually go to the location of the photo since I clicked the ground to trigger that. Let's see what happens. Hello. Oh, she's loving it already. Is she doing it?
There might be couch where you originally took.
There might be. She did have a little bit of room. I think she's there. Okay, no, she is there. So now that she has gotten into position, I can go ahead and I can take my after photo. And before is still there in case you wanted to mix it up a little bit. Oh, look at that. That's a difference. All right. Remember that tired, sad, dark living room? Oh, look, I can see the kitchen now. I love what I've done. I hope he likes it too. And I think.
Sorry to comment on the before photo. You can take before photos anytime, even after you've gone into build by. This is just like personally, I really like going into build by and making it look kind of worse or adding trash to be a little bit more dramatic.
Brilliant.
You don't have to stress about like, oh, I forgot to take this photo. You can always go back.
All right. So I got a few. I'd say we should be good. Let's go ahead and reveal the newly decorated space to the client. So there's a few ways you can call the client back. I'm just going to go ahead and use the phone because that's what my muscle memory tells me. But what were the other ways you can call a client back? Underneath the career tab here. Oh, and now I
rail panel, career. You can get them in the rail panel if they're a client. You can click on them in the rail panel and say, "Hey, come on back." You can get them in the cell phone. There's a interaction. I think those are the only two places we put it.
Actually, I'm going to do my sepia.
Also on the sim herself, I think.
Oh, yep. You can do a self interaction to call the client back. Yeah. So a few handy ways you can do that.
So what are you doing now?
Right. I'm specifically picking which before and after photos I want to show with my montage. So this is super cool. We do have a before and after montage. Spoiler, you're about to see it. And you can go in and pick. You can see the numbers here. So I've got 1 paired up with 1. I've got 2 paired up with 2. So I've got kind of the general same angle on both of these photos. So you can mix and match as much as you like to do the montage that you want. It'll go in sequence here. So it'll go 1, 1, you'll see later. Also too, this is a quick power user thing. You can access filters. So if you want your before photos to just look like really dowdy, I always use a sepia filter. It's just one little thing you can do. All right. I think this is good. I've got 3 befores, 3 afters selected. Let's go ahead and hit select. And now we wait. We'll see what he thinks. I still get like that feeling of panic when they come. Like, are they actually going to like it?
He's going to love it.
I mean, I think he doesn't really have great taste, right? So.
Well, he didn't give us much to go with either, honestly.
Very low expectations.
But we did give him the bar.
Anything would be better than what he was living in.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and reveal. He is here. Okay. And this is a call out to our animation team too. So super cute the way they captured that reveal moment in these home decoration TV channels. So you can see here the clients, they're gonna stand and they're gonna be nervous. They're kind of like, what's it gonna be? And so I can go ahead and I can rip off that Band-Aid, reveal renovations.
Go Walden. Yeah, I totally forgot what that was called for a sec.
Okay. Oh! He's checking it out.
Right. His eyes are closed.
He's going someplace weird. Oh no!
Something outside?
Did I? No, I don't think I did. I think they're
No,
deciding to go this way to the bar. Of course.
Of course, this sort of thing would happen.
Hey! There's a before! Open concept.
I love what the music team, our audio team, did with the music here.
This is always so satisfying. Oh, and you can play it again if you want to relish in that moment. See the before and after. Oh, it's so satisfying when you actually go through and do the build yourself, and you can see that swipe. I'm not gonna sing along. All right, so we've checked that out. Now, let's see what he thinks. So we've got a few different things we can do. We can show off objects. So I'm actually going to, let's ignore the fact that we're playing a handy simulation here. And I'm going to bring him inside, hopefully. Yes, come in with me. They usually, if they don't have a crazy routable lot, they usually can actually detect where the new items are. And they'll do that cute little hands over their eyes route to go there. Check it out.
So they'll check out new stuff by themselves, or you can call them over to check out specific objects. But it looks like maybe he's going in for he's telling you how much he loves it, because he can just tell from the outside.
Yeah, it's like I can feel it. I can smell that new furniture. Did he just route for you? No.
He might be trying to get to something that,
maybe he's trying to get to the bar.
There is a lot of stuff. Yeah,
it might be the bar.
It's a very claustrophobic house now.
Yeah. Hey, but it's beautiful.
So yeah, once this the reveal event starts, it's fun with different multi-sim households, because you get to see sometimes they have different opinions. But once they look around a little bit, they'll be ready to tell you the final reaction about how they really feel about everything.
Yeah, sometimes they kind of pull the wool over your eyes. You're like, you look happy. Yeah, and I think
when I was testing, I was purposely trying to fail a gig, so I put a bunch of dumpsters, but one of our TV people did this too, and it turned out the dumpsters were green, and Eliza loved green, so she actually liked it, while everyone else hated it. But I was like, why is she liking it?
So that one person went in and
turns out she liked green.
All right, check out the bar. Okay, so I think he's just going to take a little bit more time to take everything in, and he's going to let us know when he's ready to give me the final verdict. How does he like the bar? Oh
boy.
Called it. But he's ready to wrap this up, so let's do it. All right, so you will have the ask for final verdict, and if there's multiple members, you ask each and every member of the household what their final verdict is once they're ready.
Camus?
The Shuna?
I think he liked it. Nice. All right. End it with a handshake. Nice work. The client seemed to enjoy the newly renovated space. And I definitely want to draw attention to this was just one permutation of one household within the new pack and base game. Just imagine all the different likes and dislikes and all the different families you can play with and all the different worlds and lots you can play with this pack. It's almost endless. It is super exciting. And I'm so excited to see what everybody makes with this pack, because there's a lot of different options. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. And how are we doing on time, Andy? I think we're looking pretty close. 2 minutes.
May I chime in, because I forgot to talk about professional reputation.
Yeah, let's talk about
Noticed in the career panel you have a reputation bar. So professional reputation, like career performance, can affect what gigs are available to you. So for example, high profile clients, like celebrities, if you have the fame pack, or commercial venues, probably aren't going to hire someone with a terrible reputation. But on the flip side, if you have great reputation, but maybe you flubbed a gig, that client might call you up later and give you a second chance, and then you can do some damage control. But unlike performance, it doesn't reset when you get promoted. It sticks with you. So it's primarily built up with like how you do on gigs, but you can also slowly build it up with self-promotion, like writing an interior designer book or articles, but also a little luck, like you could catch the attention of a brand and receive a gift from them, or maybe catch the attention of the home decorating TV network. So it's just a new thing for this career.
I have to say, it's really cute. I've gotten a phone call back from a client before, and it's almost like, it's really touching. It's like, oh, you remember me. You liked me. It's a cool little follow through. So I am, just the last few minutes of the stream, I'm just going to go ahead and drop out some of this gorgeous furniture for everybody to see. And we do have regular sofas too. So it's not just modular sofas here. We've got regular ones. Very lovely. Every time is technically up, I have been told. So, all right, with that, thank you. Sorry we didn't jump more into build. There was just so much to show with the pack, but I encourage you all to jump into build. There are so many gorgeous items. I can't wait to see the gigs that people build with this pack, and I'm going to go ahead and say I'll talk to you later. Sul Sul, and remember, June 1st is when this one hits the streets. Is that awkward? Dream Home Decorator. Thanks, everybody.